all things, but I saw a few people talking lately that grew up playing, you know, the original version on like Windows 95 or something, and like or older, and they just never really knew how to play. They just click at random, right? And I think that's kind of how everybody plays. Find one or you blow up. Now this is, of course, the latest. After all the banging is done, this is the latest version of Minesweeper from Microsoft. It has ads, you know, like this is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. So I'm gonna start a new game, do a quick tutorial here on how you're actually supposed to play it. But you still gotta like click at random like a madman just to like get the game started. But after that, once you've got that open space, then the whole idea is like if I'm hovering my mouse over this one here in the corner, I don't know if you can actually see this, it's saying that every single square around that one, so there's 8 squares, you know, in a circle around them. At least one of those squares has a mine. Now there's only one uncovered square here, so that's the only place my mine can be. So that one's definitely a mine. But now that I've marked that one square, all the ones that are surrounding it that still have a you know, an uncovered square within their reach, you can just click the left and the right mouse button together, like at the same time, and it will reveal anything else that's surrounding that number because you've already marked the mine. So now it'll take a bit of practice, but when you do that, you know, a little more quickly, then you can really reveal these quite fast. Now I'm playing on the expert mode here, so it'll take a little bit of doing. Some of them are still not completely. That 3 could literally be anywhere. So I've kind of screwed myself here because I think I'm stuck. So at some point you have to just take a leap of faith and, you know, make a coin flip, right? So as far as these 2 that are highlighted, the mine's either the top one or the bottom. So I'm just going to guess, and I guessed right that time. So because I guessed right, now that opens things up a bit, and I can guess a few more. So here I've already got 1 mine selected. There's only 3 empty spaces, so that's the only place where those other 3 mines can be. So that allows me to open up the board a little bit. Oh, so I've already made a mistake. So I'm going to take those off because I marked too many mines. So because I forgot there were 2 already here. Whereas this one, there 2, and yeah, so same idea. So I gotta do it quite time. So I guess, and I guessed wrong. So the whole game is over. I failed. I gotta say the explosions are a new one for me. I'm used to the game just like silently ending on the original, but you kind of get the idea. So because I'm you know, failing miserably on my inaugural stream here, I feel like I should maybe bump the difficulty down. You know, let's go to medium, right? Make that a little bit easier. So if we do that, now we get a bit of a smaller board, somewhat, and there's my open space. So if we just go right to it, there's obviously 2 up there, and away we go. We'll go a few more. Just 1 there, 1 here, 1 there. And so on. And you just kind of rocket through it as best you can. Now, I've of course played Minesweeper for many years, although I haven't played in quite a few years, so it's all kind of coming back to me like an old, you know, muscle that you haven't flexed in a while, but here we go. So we'll see if I can quickly knock this one off or not, but I was really just going to do this for one of my buddies who I saw posted about this earlier today on either Facebook or Instagram. But the other thing that's kind of a handy tool, although I always forget that it's there, is you can mark a square as possibly having a if you're not sure if it is or not, but you're going to kind of tread carefully. So I always forget that ability exists. But as we go through this pretty quickly, you can see we're making pretty good headway here on the medium setting, which is kind of my speed. But you know, having not played in probably like over a decade, it's not a bad speed to be going. But once again, now we got a coin flip situation. So the second mine could be on either of those 2 spaces, and yet here it could be on either of those 3 spaces. But yet this one says it could be here or here. So either we got a situation where there's 1 here and 1 here, which wouldn't really work because this 2 would mean there are 3 mines. So really there's only one situation. It has to be here. So now that we do that, that opens up the grid a little bit more. And then just like that, we are just about done, unless I make a big glaring mistake here. There we go, just like that. Minesweeper solved. So that was medium, but you know, you get your congratulations for the, you know, fireworks. It's not the bouncing cards, you know, classic solitaire, but you know, it's something. I got an achievement for it, so you know, completed your first minefield. Classic Minesweeper didn't have that, and apparently they want me to go buy Serious Sam, so you know, or Final Fantasy, but. which is really weird. So I'm going to end it there, but enjoy.